How are you doing, my people? I'm alright. I'm gonna start by saying something that just happened. So I made this red tea at 1 p.m. It's now 11 in the evening, and I left it in here. And now there was a bit left, and I drank it, and it tasted like melon, and it tasted actually better than when I was drinking it hot. It tastes so much better. Okay, now that we've taken about this, I hope you guys are doing alright. What do I want to talk about today? Well, I want to talk about something which is, don't you think, I don't know how old you are, but I've got friends from all ages, and the other day I was talking with my friend, and she's like 50, 51, and I'm basically 26, and we were talking about the fact that compared to her generation, my generation, there's a lot more focus on mental health. And sometimes I think that my generation and all the others that came after, we focus too much on this. So I don't know what exactly do you do, but I do this thing which I've said before in other episodes. They're like, oh, I'm feeling this, I know where it's coming from, let me listen to a podcast about it, let me buy a book about this emotion, therapy, doesn't really fit in here, but we've got all of this information, and sometimes might be too much, because sometimes this is what my friend tells me. It's like we just need to actually feel that emotion and it goes away. And the monk that I see every Friday, he says the same. It's like sometimes all we need to do is tell ourselves, not sometimes, he says this works 9 out of 10 times. All we need to do is tell ourselves, I'm alright to feel this emotion, and I'm open to feel it. If you feel like shit, that's it, and it is okay. Because the monk says that, and my friend says this as well, that basically when we start feeling like there's conflict inside of us, it's because we're not accepting what's going on inside of us. We're fighting it. I cannot feel like this. And my therapist told me before, we should never say this either to us or to anyone, that we shouldn't feel like this or that, because that's what you are feeling. That's an emotion. Just embrace it. And in the past, I struggled a lot with emotions. That's why I use different drugs, because I didn't want to feel things. And there was this one time a couple of years ago that my therapist told me, I think it was last year when I was finishing university, and she told me that we're gonna go through it, we as okay, I'm going to go through it, and there's gonna be good emotions and less good emotions, but all of them are part of the journey, so you just need to allow yourself to go through them, and that's it. And sometimes I just think we've got too much information, and I think this happens because it's kind of the extreme. Because my friend that is 50, she was telling me back in the day, no one gave a fuck about oh, you're feeling anxious. No one cared about it. And I think so. I'm 26, and I think what happened with my generation, I think it was the first one. It was the big boom with mental health and emotions, and we are so obsessed with it because it's the extreme. So this is what happens in life. It's we go from one extreme to the other, and then we find the balance. So I think at some point in life, maybe in 10-20 years, as a society, we will find a balance in this, but I think right now there's too much fucking information. Not that too much information, because there's never too much information. There's just too much information. There's just too much focus on it, and because there's so much focus on it, if you focus too much on your anxiety, it will grow and grow and grow, and you will have a panic attack. Just something about panic attacks, because I had this done to me before. If you are with someone and that someone is having a panic attack, do not leave them. Can you just stay there? because leaving them, it's the worst option. I believe like most people know this, but yeah, even if you hate the person, do not leave that person alone, because that person just needs to feel safe and that it is okay, and yeah, do not leave them. It's kind of like a trauma for me, but I know like it happened once, and it happened. Just having some water, because I'm having this water where I had my tea. This water now tastes a bit like melon. Yeah, so I'm saying that I'm almost 26 because it's like 10:55 now, and my birthday is tomorrow, so I'm gonna be 26 in like an hour. And since I moved, so I now live in the UK, and I moved here when I was 19, 18, and I didn't know anyone in here. So since then, I kind of stopped enjoying my birthdays. I don't know if I should be talking about this, but I am, because I just started. But yeah, because now I've got like half of my family in the UK. I've got like all of these beautiful friends in here that I love, and then I've got my family in my like the country that I lived in for 18 years. And I was telling my friends like next year, all I want to do is like, let's all go over there so that I can have you people all over there with my family and friends over there as well. And I think this is beautiful, because since I came here, I kind of like I've lost I mean, I've said before, I was like this like from an early age. I don't really care about like physical things, but there was this moment that when I started working in the UK, and I was still at uni, but it was a lot of money that I was earning for that age, you know. And I was just buying all of these things, like these brands, all of these. I wanted a shirt that it was £50. I would get it. Not thinking about anything. And I was just like, I had this hole inside of me, and that moment, my mind was telling me like, this is not gonna do anything, but it feels good. Because it feels good, and it's like good to take care of your appearance and all of it. Where was I going to? Yeah, but at some point, like I was then unemployed for like a year, and I was even when I was employed and I was doing that, I was like feeling depressed, and I was going through depression, and it was really like, I've got all of these things now, and they don't do absolutely anything. It's like when I buy them, in that moment, it's like, oh, I got this, good, I'm feeling really good, but it doesn't last because that's not the way. Still take care of yourselves, and yeah, so I just buy second-hand clothes now, also because of the environment, and because I don't want to be part of like, I don't want to give money to big companies, yeah, I feel like I didn't finish what I was saying, but yeah, so just to finish, what I want to say last is, when I was talking with the monk this Friday, he said something beautiful about love, which was, most problems that come with relationships, it's because of attachment. It's because when we are in a relationship, we think that the other person belongs to us, and it's like, no, I want this way, and because you are mine and I'm attached to you, I want it that way, because like attachment, it's like, I want me to be happy, while love, this is what the monk said, love, it's like, I want the other person to be happy. Even when you break up with someone, if you break up, imagine you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and they are like really cling, I'm not gonna say this word because I'm not sure how to say it, but they are like holding on to your legs and like, no, not gonna do it, not blaming you, I've done that before. And the thing is that the person is gonna like, that's it, you don't do that, it's not good for you, it's not good for the other person, but for you, the person who does it, it's like you're you basically tell the other person like, I really need you, like I depend on you, because that's usually where it comes from. While if you just say like, and this is like, you need like you need love to say this, but it's just like, if you are happier without me, and I'm just not part of, and there's an ad on YouTube right now, but if I'm not making you happy, just, it's okay, go and live your life and be happy, and that's beautiful, not just for the other person who's like breaking up with you, but also for you when you say it, because if it doesn't mean that you're not gonna go home and feel sad about it and cry about it, because you will, because it's something finished, as cycled, ended, and it's normal to feel like this. Actually, it would be a bit abnormal to not feel like this. You would either be someone who doesn't process emotions, and at some point they're gonna catch up with you, or you didn't actually love the person. And sorry, I just remembered that I was talking about my birthday. But yeah, but for you it's like, oh, okay, it's okay for you to go because you want to be happy, and I'm not part of it, which is, I mean, I know, but took me quite a long time to accept this, that not everyone, it's for everyone, you know. Like, you imagine, you might like listening to me, but maybe I'm not the person that you would hang out with, you know, because we give each other different things, and I might not be the person who give you anything at all. Also, something important, now that I've said this, is that sometimes we put some, not just romantic relationships, but relationships, we put so much pressure on what we think that people should give us. Like, obviously your romantic partner is not gonna give you everything. It's like, she might be really good, or he might be really good at I don't know, supporting you when you are sad, or, you know, and then might be terrible at helping solving situations, you know, come up with a solution. And with friends it's the same. I used to think like, oh yeah, I've got this group of friends, and like, we all do everything for each other, and my mind just changed about it when I've learned that different people give us different things. I know people that I can go to when I'm feeling sad. I know people that I can go to if I'm feeling lonely, and they're gonna like help me by like either being with me, and then another person will just like give me more rationality, you know. And I think it's important to know like who gives you what, because if we just keep like expecting everyone to give us everything we need, we're always gonna feel like, oh, this person, yeah, maybe this is not a friendship for me. Yes, because we keep going to them asking for things that they are just not it's just not something that they have, which is fine. That's why we're human beings, because we're different. And yeah, that's it. I'm a bit nervous for my birthday. I'm nervous for it. But yeah, that's it, my people. I love you. Be healthy. Take care of yourselves. And thank you for listening. I'm grateful if you're listening to this, and especially if you listen to the end of it, until the end of it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, girls. Thank you, everyone in between. Love you.